Welcome back to the Hot 7 Nightly News. Thank you for staying with us. The Independence Committee on the 6th of February held a press conference to sensitize the public about upcoming independence activities. There was talk of pageants, stage productions, walks and parades and other activities. There is definitely a sense of anticipation and excitement as all information points to a successful showing for St. Lucia's Big 40. Solange Alfred reports.
As independence fever sweeps the nation, the committee tasked with the responsibility to make St. Lucia's Big 40 a memorable one has sought to provide insight into the upcoming events. Chairperson of the Independence Committee, Janine Girardi-McIntyre, outlined some of the notable productions, including the culmination of a grand fireworks display at midnight, which will commemorate St. Lucia's independence on the 22nd of February.
Our activities have begun in earnest. Our religious communities have been out there, and we want to encourage even greater participation, so we encourage the public to go onto our website, independence.lc, so that you can see where the activities will be held, and also to listen to your church announcements so that you know the details of the ecumenical services. We look forward to the Mr. Independence Walk that will be coming soon, and also the Mr. and Miss Independence concert shows that will be happening soon, this weekend. We have the Best of St. Lucia concerts in Castries and our Story of St. Lucia at the SAB for younger and older people, and that's on the 21st of February, followed by our flag raising and our fireworks at midnight at the waterfront. On the 22nd, we have our military parade, which starts at 9 in the morning at the SAB. It will be started with the Royal Police Force, and it promises to be sensational and grand and different. So we look forward to the public coming out in their numbers to support this parade.
Following the police parade will be the Independence Parade, which was expounded on by committee member Sonia Siffley.
Our parade, which is called And Away for St. Lucian. It means let us all come together and see what we have to offer. This is St. Lucian life. This is our life. So here we're going to have the communities coming forward to show you what is unique about their community. We have the arts. We need to focus on the arts. Sometimes people never know, oh, this is taking place. And when you see, this is a moving parade. A moving parade where you're going to have different troops. We're going to have sporting groups. And listen, from what I've heard, what some of the sporting groups are going to be showing us on the road, it is definitely going to be wowing to all of us out here. Let us come and support them. The commercial houses are also going to be taking part, and they will show us what they do in St. Lucia, how they support all our persons who work and live in the communities.
Another notable activity for independence celebrations will be facilitated by the Northern Long Distance Walking Group, a challenge that will begin from 5 p.m. on the 21st of February to see how far one can walk around the island. This year, the walk will also include a relay aspect, where walkers in groups of 4 can start from varying points, including Cul-de-sac to Soufrière, Soufrière to Vieux-Fort, Vieux-Fort to Dennery, and the last leg from Dennery to the William Peter Boulevard. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Members of the opposition, St. Lucia Labour Party, are accusing government ministers who voted against last week's no-confidence motion in Prime Minister Alan Chasney of being complicit to his incompetent leadership.
Leader of the opposition St. Lucia Labour Party, Philip J. Pierre, has charged all government MPs as being guilty by association following the failure of his no-confidence motion. The SLP had maintained in the lead-up to the vote in Parliament that there was dissension and internal rancor on the government side. It was a long shot, but the opposition was hopeful that at least 2 UWP members would have voted in support of them. That, of course, did not happen, and Pierre says it shows that no one on the government side has the courage to stand up against what they have privately said is wrong.
The verdict was clear. The UWP buried their consciences on the altar of expediency and voted to endorse and support in full public view the incompetence of an uncaring, reckless and irresponsible Prime Minister. You will have noticed that every effort was being made to stop the debates in the Parliament. We have since learned that in the weeks leading up to the debates, immense pressure had been placed on the House Speaker to stop on frivolous grounds the motion being laid before the House. Thankfully, the Speaker of the House did the right thing. He placed the principles of democracy above narrow party interests by allowing the motion to be debated.
Nonetheless, Pierre says the objectives of the motion were met.
We were able to bring to the nation in a focused manner the gross incompetence of the Prime Minister and the reasons why he cannot be trusted and therefore unfit to lead our country. Secondly, we were able to expose publicly the government parliamentarians, many of whom privately disapprove of the Prime Minister's performance, to tell the nation whether they are supportive of the uncaring and reckless manner the Prime Minister is in managing the country's affairs. It is this uncomfortable and embarrassing question that the majority of them were hoping to avoid by trying to deny the motion being tabled.
The opposition leader says further that the responsible financial management of the Prime Minister was put on record thanks to the no-confidence debate. The result of the motion, he says, speaks volumes about the culpability of all government MPs, and the opposition vows to relentlessly oppose the policies of the UWP government that they believe will eventually lead to the destruction of the economy and place the country in the hands of the IMF. He says the public can expect the SLP MPs to be an effective and vocal opposition in the Parliament and on the streets. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
A battle of expertise in the culinary arts will soon be held in St. Lucia. The competition looks to find the best of the best to represent St. Lucia in Miami. Chefs are gearing up to put their skills to the test in the areas of kitchen hygiene, plating, and, of course, whipping up masterful meals that leave the judges wanting more.
Chefs from all over St. Lucia will come ready to go head-to-head against each other to vie for a spot on the St. Lucia National Culinary Team. The competition, launched by the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, serves to reduce the high number of participants from a whopping 50 to a well-deserving 6. Project coordinator at the SLHTA, Wendell George, said the stakes are high in the competition, but he is sure that the cream of the crop will rise to the occasion.
This is the biggest event we've ever had. We've never had that amount of chefs at one time, and the SLHTA is really pleased to see all our up-and-coming chefs, all our industry partners getting involved and wanting to be part of this action this year. The competition will be held on Saturday, the 9th of February, at the Cashers Comprehensive Secondary School. It's going to be an all-day, all-night affair. We have about 8 to 9 judges who will be working on various shifts, and will be carefully judging and selecting the next team for this year. So we've invited our sponsors, we've invited our partners and the chefs themselves to be here and to get an idea of what's happening throughout the day and what the rules and regulations are, because it's going to be really tight. We only need 6 chefs and we have 50 competitors, so it's going to be a really interesting event.
George said chefs are encouraged to make local fruit and vegetables a key component in their dishes.
The focus is on local and Caribbean ingredients. This is the same thing in Miami, so we are basically replicating the same thing here in St. Lucia. So strictly local as can be, but with an international flair and presentation.
Manager of the National Culinary Team, Richardson Skinner, said that the team's previous experience in Miami helped in the development of the judging criteria that will be used in the local competition.
The intention is that we want our competitors to go to Miami in June and compete, and we really want them to prevail and to do really well, right? But also, more than that, is what we really want to do is we want to push our competitors to be better and more professional right here at home in their own kitchens and their restaurants that they work in. So that is really the intention. So our judging criteria has a lot of detail. It is very rigid, and it is not a competition that you should take lightly, because we really want to push the individuals to really be top-notch at everything that they do.
Skinner revealed a small portion of the judging criteria will focus on kitchen hygiene, meal plating, and setting up of mise en place, which will look to ensure that the 6 chosen chefs are indeed the best and most efficient of the bunch. The team will then go on to represent St. Lucia in Miami for the CHTA Taste of the Caribbean competition. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solaj Alfred.
3 young St. Lucians are making commendable strides within the local music industry. They are releasing hot new singles and making surefire collaborations. Their musical futures are looking bright. St. Lucia's youth remain motivated to pursue their musical talents and help create a thriving local music industry. 18-year-old Elmo Norville is creating waves on Instagram with his ukulele. His dream is to collaborate with other musicians across St. Lucia and the Caribbean region.
Well, I did a video with some artists, for instance, Cripple. I did one with Ezra. I also did one with Michael Robinson, and recently I posted one with Freezy. And I've been collaborating with them for me to hear their voice clearly. You know, some people want an acoustic version, a live version of their artist in place, so I started doing a few videos on Instagram of me collaborating with them, of course.
Meanwhile, guitarist, producer, and arranger Dwight Florent has quickly built a reputation as one of the best young musicians in the business. He joined forces with Whitney Abisic to release a new song, a love song that captures their real-life love story.
We came out with a new single called You Make Me Feel. It's done by Whitney Abisic, who is next to me, my partner as well. And yeah, just check it out. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's available everywhere for download, iTunes, Deezer, you name it, it'll be there. Whitney Abisic, You Make Me Feel.
The inspiration for the song came out from us being together. It's actually a song about how we met and you know how our relationship is growing.
The song is available for download on Spotify and SoundCloud and is on all social media platforms. Abisic says the response to the song has been very encouraging.
I'm actually getting some really great feedback, and that's really good. The song is growing, it's expanding, everyone loves it, nothing negative, all positive, and I'm really appreciative of that.
The young, up-and-coming music stars say they want other youth to know that they should follow their music passions and hope to inspire them to never give up on their dreams. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. We'll be right back.